Okay, guys, we are now on day 16 of our 40-day challenge. And if you guys don't know what our 40-day challenge is, it is just 40 days worth of content. They're not all 40 days consecutive. I do have a life. But they're 40 days worth of content that will help you up level your management skill so that we're constantly we're not over managing and under leading. And so today's day 16. And what is day 16? It is the daily R.A.M.s. And so I want to talk to you a little bit about what that is and why this is so powerful. So again, today is daily R.A.M.s. And what R.A.M.s stands for is the rhythm of accountability meetings. And that word, accountability, so many of us don't like that word. And if you're a visionary, owner, entrepreneur, we tend to don't like accountability. It's not in our nature. We're the people person, we're the fun person, we're the party. You know what I'm talking about. But when it comes to accountability, we're not really the best at it. We do it when we've kind of come to our wit's end, we're frustrated, we're overwhelmed. And that's why we typically look to hire management integrators that are better at accountability than the visionary. But I want to talk to you about these daily rhythm meetings and what are they? Daily accountability meetings and why they're so important. And we practice this at Organize It here, but in a different form. And we practice it as in them delivering their daily numbers, right? So you can have it in a meeting, in a Zoom, in a huddle. If you're using Slack, you can have it in a WhatsApp. It doesn't matter what platform you're using this, but the point is to get a rhythm on the day. So, and that's the important part, because then we tend to look at the week or the month and it is past and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize we've grown this much, or I didn't realize we were this far behind. And by doing these R.A.M.s on a daily rhythm, right, we can get a pulse on what's going on. So it helps with accountability. So you really want to make sure that you do these on a daily basis, because this takes accountability on either the owner or the manager's side. And we tend to stray or divert from the accountability. But it's daily accountability. So that therefore we know what people are doing well, which ones are struggling, who's not. It's almost like a roll call. This meeting should not take any more than 5 to 10 minutes. You do not even sit down, because again, you can do it on a Zoom, a huddle, a WhatsApp, you name it. And you want to make sure that everybody understands why we're doing this roll call, why we're reporting our numbers on a daily basis. Because if you're not held accountable, then it doesn't matter. And if someone says or argues, why are we doing this on a daily basis? It's simple, right? This creates focus, and focus matters. If anyone would push back on this, then they're uncomfortable with growth. You know people are going to push back. And why? Because growing is uncomfortable. And this pushes growth, because this pushes accountability. So you want to look at it like a scorecard. You have a daily number or a daily pulse. This also is something that strengthens your culture in your office or your company. So this meeting is something done within your office staff or your leadership staff, not necessarily with technicians, right? Technicians that are delivering the service in the field. But this is more office staff to be accountable for sales, customer service, for marketing, for hiring. So again, these are our daily R.A.M.s. There are daily accountability meetings. And they don't actually have to be a formal meeting. I actually want to change that word to meeting instead of our daily accountability huddle, but that didn't really make an acronym. So my challenge to you is, what are your daily accountability meetings? What are you covering? And are you doing that? So here at Organize It, not just owning Woot Recruit, I also own Organize It, which is a service company. We do professional organizing and cleaning, getting ready to roll out our commercial cleaning because we focus on residential right now. We have a daily spreadsheet that we're held accountable for. Each department has their numbers, and yes, it is daily. How many technicians were available? How many called out? How many requested off? How many leads? How many did you close? We report these numbers and Organize It daily. And it is so insightful. Even the office said, wow, this is great. We like this because we know if we're doing a good job. We know if we're not. Like, we know if we're not going to meet our weekly or our monthly numbers. So having these weekly R.A.M.s is super important so that you know the pulse of the business, because we tend to focus on monthly, and by the time we get to the end of the month, it's too late to do anything about it. So my question to you and my challenge is, what are you doing on a daily basis to make sure you're meeting your KPIs, your key performance indicators, each day? What are you doing? Are you having the meetings? Are you having the huddles? Are you sharing a spreadsheet? What are you doing to make sure you're reaching your daily numbers? Because by the time the month gets here, the month is over. By the time the end of the month gets here, it's over. So that's my challenge. What are you doing? If you're watching the replay, I'd like to know what you're doing. Are you tracking this daily? If you're not, just let us know you need to. We could do a training on spreadsheets, on what's a great spreadsheet to use. So many tools that I can just share them. But I would like to know, what are you doing on a daily basis to track your KPIs and to track the pulse of each person in your office or the department to make sure they're meeting their KPIs? So again, if you're watching the replay, let us know. We can all learn from each other. Hope you guys are having a great day.